What's going on there, YouTube? Brother Briar, back in action. And I'm trying a new tobacco to me. But this is a pretty well-known tobacco. I think anybody who's smoked a pipe for more than a few years has probably had this blend. Unless you're like me. And it takes you forever to try new stuff. Kind of find a few things that I like and I stick with those. But the world of tobaccos, man, there's always things to try. But anyway, I'm sure you've already read the title of this video. Tonight I'm trying for the first time Baren's Plumcake. And I can't tell you how many times I've tried, or I've about purchased this. Being in a tobacco store, a brick and mortar, and I'm literally like right about to buy it. And then, like a squirrel, something else catches my attention. I'm like, ooh, let's try that instead. Or let me get more of this that I already like. It's part of my MO. I do this with restaurants as well, where I know what I like, and if I try something different and I don't like it as much as I like that other thing, I'm disappointed. So, but there's so many things to experience. There might be something else out there that I like even more that I haven't tried. So anyway, I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. But so here I am. I am trying Baren Plumcake for the first time. Now I read the back of it, the component or the description. So it says Plumcake brings back or brings forth the thoughts back to old times. That's interesting. No, I need to start over. I can't read. Plumcakes. Maybe it helps if I put the pipe down for just a second while I read. Okay, last time, let's try this. Plumcake brings the thoughts back to old times when the sailors on board the sailing ships filled their pipe with good, satisfying tobacco and having the scent of tar and salt water all around them. Bright Virginia tobaccos mixed with burley, a little original Baren Cavendish, and just a touch of Latakia. Now, I've heard and I've seen reviews of this blend before, and everybody mentions that there's rum in this. And maybe one time the description mentioned rum, but I'm not seeing it as I read on this tin. Now, I suspect with it being a navy blend, maybe that's just a given. Navy blends are often associated with rum. But anyway, when I first opened the tin, it was almost an overwhelming sweetness. I mean, I was actually a little nervous to try this because it was almost an artificial sweetness smell. It didn't smell natural. But having smoked a half a bowl of this, I can confidently say that that is just the tin note. In fact, there's nothing overpowering about this blend at all when you smoke it. It's very mild, very mellow. I am having a really hard time picking out the component tobaccos in this. Occasionally there's a burst of sweetness that comes through, which I suspect to be the Cavendish in it, which may be flavored with the rum if it truly is mixed with rum. Not just getting a lot of nuttiness that I would expect from the Burleys. And the Latakia is basically non-existent. I'm sure all of those are in there, but it's mainly the Virginia that I'm noticing throughout the first half of this bowl anyway. So I could see this being an all-day tobacco now. I don't smoke tobaccos all day, but I could see, I don't smoke pipes all day, but I could see this being a tobacco that you could smoke a few bowls, you know, periodically throughout the day as you're going about your business, if that's your thing. Just kind of one steady flavor of that Virginia that occasionally sweetens up a little bit, kind of as you smoke through the different component tobaccos in there. Now, I've tried McBaren blends before, and when I first started smoking a pipe, I tried a couple of them, and I don't know if it was my inexperience with smoking pipes or if it was McBaren blends in general, but I distinctly remember McBaren blends giving me tongue bite. And this is not really doing that for me right now, thankfully. I'm sure a lot of it has to do with how I guess how my mechanics of smoking a pipe have changed over the last, 10 years or so. I'm sure the way I pack the pipe has changed a little bit, knowing how to not pack it too tight or too loose. I'm sure that plays a part in it. So I'm sure there's a variety of things that play into the mechanics of how it smokes and my biological reaction to it. But here and now, as I sit and smoke this tonight, it's very good. My only wish as a pipe smoker would be that I could experience the room note the way that others do. I think a lot of us can probably wish the same, but from what I can tell, this has a nice room note. Pretty cool smoking. Now, the first quarter of the bowl, actually, I think I had to clean out my pipe a couple times. I'm not sure if it dried out as I started smoking it. Probably could have benefited from setting some aside for 15 to 30 minutes before I loaded it up, but I cracked the tin and packed it right away. So it could have been some initial moisture that was, built up in the tin, causing that gurgliness and, some of the moisture from the tobacco coming through my pipe. But again, as I've smoked about a half a bowl now, it's pretty dry. I'm a fan. So anyway, there's my first thoughts on this. Would you guys agree? Those of you that have tried this and smoked it, what were your thoughts on it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Was it too much of an aromatic for you if you're not an aromatic pipe smoker? Or was it not enough if you do enjoy aromatics? What are your thoughts there? So anyway, thanks for watching, and hope you're having a great week whenever you're watching this, and we'll see you next time. God bless.